Hey everyone, welcome to today's PTEsaYou. PTEsaYou makes PTE easy. I'm you, your PTE therapist. So as before, we'll first have a quick review of contents from last week. And then instead of doing 10, we'll be doing 7 more new sentences today. And maybe that will also apply for the future, which will make it 1 sentence every day. Ready? Let's go. From review, number 1, at risk. Put something or somebody at risk. Scale, on a large scale. Number 2, at the heart of. Fossil fuel, go through. Number 3, incentivize somebody to do. Cut emissions. Number 4, have effects, have immediate effects. Tip the balance. Number 5, solar power, tumble, subsidy. Number 6, catalyst for, breakthrough. Number 7, there's little doubt that, retaliation, in retaliation for, handle. Number 8, bar from, on some grounds. Number 9, the evidence is clear that, widen existing divides or widen gaps. Professionals. Number 10, inconvenience, threat, standards of living. For today's new content, number 1, the central government agreed that the territory would enjoy a high degree of autonomy, including impartial courts and free speech. So we have here territory means land or sea that is considered as belonging to a particular country. And autonomy means the right of an organization or region to be independent and govern itself. Impartial means not supporting any of the sides involved in an argument. So it's being fair and neutral. So the sentence here means it was agreed that the region would be able to make a lot of decisions on its own, including impartial courts. It refers to the legal system, which would not be subject to external influence, being independent. And free speech means the freedom of expression. So in Chinese, it's 享有高度自治. But we are just not too sure if that would still be the case in the future. Number 2, the abrupt halt to international travel is even more painful for Australian universities than their counterparts in other English-speaking countries, because they lean more heavily on revenue from foreign students. We have halt to, means an occasion when something stops moving or happening. So it's similar to a stop. And counterpart means a person or thing that has the same purpose as another one in a different place. So in this example, the counterparts in other English-speaking countries for Australian universities would be the universities, say, in the UK or in the US. And lean on means to depend on someone or something, or rely on. And so the sentence here saying the sudden ban on international travel makes it even harder for Australian universities, because the international students represent a much higher percentage to all the students enrolled. For example, in Australia, more than 30% of the students are actually from China. And then those students are banned from entering into the country due to COVID-19. Number 3, the foreign students are lucrative and vice chancellor's pay packet have swelled or have swollen. We have lucrative means a business or a job producing a lot of money, being very profitable. And swell means to become larger and rounder than usual, or to increase in size. So here it's saying the foreign students are bringing a huge revenue to the country. Say, for example, in Australia, for bachelor degree, local students are paying around a quarter of the fees required from international students. And then the second part of the sentence is being humorous and also maybe a bit sarcastic. It's saying the vice chancellor's pay have increased, but here it says it have swelled. Usually you can say a body, like your face, has swelled. Here it's saying the pay packets have swelled. And also a bit of background as to why it refers to vice chancellor instead of chancellors, which you all know should be the head of a university. That is because in Commonwealth countries, usually it's a vice chancellor who takes care of the daily management of the university. 在英联邦国家是 vice chancellor 去主管每天的这个管理和行政。Number 4, since universities are an important source of jobs, state and federal governments might be persuaded to prompt them up. Here we have persuade. So it's make someone do or believe something, so similar to convince. And you would say somebody is persuaded to do. Prompt up means to give support, especially to a country or an organization, so that it can survive in a difficult situation. So here it's saying, the governments might be convinced and then change their minds to provide more funding to support universities, as they provide a lot of jobs. Number 5, broadband services are today quick enough to allow for document downloads and video conferencing. Here we have allow for, means to consider something when you are planning. And this sentence is actually very simple. And the reason I would choose this sentence is just to update your example when it comes to writing on a topic about technology. So you can definitely use this. Say video conferencing, which is very popular at the moment. And Zoom is an example which a lot of people are using, including myself. Number 6, for more than a century, workers have staffed themselves onto crowded trains and buses or endured traffic jams to get into the office 5 days a week. Staff means to push something into a small space, often quickly or carelessly. And endure means to suffer something painful. I really like this sentence as it vividly pictures the situation. Just imagine the workers treat themselves as a suitcase and then being pushed onto the crowded public transport. I mean, not for now, but before COVID-19. And then the verb endured traffic jams is being very accurate. Just imagine how much do you hate the congestion, right? And the last one, in the new era, the barrier between home and working life, a useful way of relieving stress, will be even harder to sustain. We have barrier between, something that keeps people or things apart. And relieve means to make an unpleasant feeling less strong, to reduce. And sustain means to allow something to continue for a period of time, to last for a period of time. So the sentence here is referring to the COVID-19 period. It's harder to set apart home and work, as most people are working from home nowadays. Yeah, and the author refers this barrier as a way to reduce stress, which yeah, I would agree. It will be harder to imagine this barrier to exist yeah, in this period. And that's so much for today. Thanks for watching, and please subscribe to PTEsaYou. PTEsaYou makes your PTE easy, and I'll see you next time. Thank you.